What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are back on Marvel Snap. And I kind of wanted to try this challenge of using a Cerebro Zero deck. There aren't enough Zero power cards for a full Cerebro Zero deck. So we have Green Goblin and a Hobgoblin in this deck as well. I have a Sunspot here, probably for the last turn, so we don't get any extra power, because that's gonna really screw us up. But yeah, I am kind of curious to see if we can get a win with this deck. Angela, we gotta play last since we don't want any power for her. We are not discarding anything, so Morbius is gonna stay a 0. And Dracula, hopefully we're able to get down our Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, so it doesn't accidentally become a negative power. But other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's get into a couple games and see how well we do. And we are in our first game. With this Cerebro Zero, we can't do anything, so let's just end our turn. I was planning on playing this deck earlier. I had this idea for a while, and they play a Korg. Let's play Adam Warlock, probably left. We're gonna have to save Angela for last turn. I want a Green Goblin, not in Mojo World, because that's gonna really ruin our game plan. I am expecting to drop a lot of cubes while playing this deck, and that doesn't bother me. They play Black Widow. That's actually really helpful. If we can only get a Cerebro. Drax we cannot play. Let's do Widow's Bite and Green Goblin. We need Cerebro and Mystique, and that's gonna be so great for us. They Sabertooth, so either a bounce or destroy. And our Green Goblin's going down. We're gonna do Morbius. Is this overcommitting? I don't think so. Let's just play all our cards left. If we can get a Cerebro right now, I think we're pretty good. Hobgoblin is gonna be okay. They're Iron Ladding, which gives them... I have no clue. Zabu. That's fine for us. Well, I think we're not getting any power in our board. Since we didn't draw a Cerebro or a Mystique, what we really need is a Cerebro, honestly. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I don't know if you've ever seen a board state like this. Just all zeros. And we're just waiting on our opponent. But I did want to play this deck earlier on, but the peak was the hot location, and that would have probably made my life a lot more difficult with all of our cards switching to 0 cost and 3 power, or 0-2, so our Cerebro deck wouldn't have worked anyways. We're just waiting on them. Yeah, this doesn't look like we're gonna win at all, but I want to play it through. And we don't get a Cerebro. Well, let's just retreat. I think we're fine with losing 2 cubes. Escaped. I am really determined to get a win with this deck, so let's get into the next game. And that is really unfortunate. I think we still may have a chance if we don't play any cards left. They got rid of our Mystique. That's also extremely unfortunate.
This just in.
Yeah, this isn't looking great. We can't play Sunspot. We're just gonna go with Adam Warlock. I don't think they're gonna be too curious about what we're playing on turn 5. I think it's better to just leave the left side. They might be Galactusing, maybe? But I think it should be fine if we leave the left side completely unattended. We also don't have Cerebro yet. If we pull it last turn, maybe we have a chance. I'm just gonna stick it out for right now.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
They do Spider-Man. I'm kind of wondering why. I have no intentions of playing that. It's probably a good chance he's gonna probably do something to prevent our Hobgoblin, but that's our only play. It's either that or Iron Man, though I don't know if we're getting a Cerebro. And they Galactus us. They probably have a null. That's why they did that left, in order to get the most power. It wouldn't have worked. I didn't notice that our Morbius got a buff due to the discard. Well, that's unfortunate. Even if we do this, it's not going to stay at a 0. So let's retreat. There's no way we're winning this. And they just snap as well. On to the next one. I honestly don't see a way of winning this. And we still don't get a Cerebro in our starting hand. This is actually making it so difficult to get a win. We need Cerebro and Mystique in the same hand, I think, in order for us to actually get some sort of power on the board. And they Wolverine. That's probably staying on the board since we really have no way of getting any power. We could Angela and Sunspot. Turn 4, we don't have any plays that is going to take up all our energy, except if we top deck Dracula. Let's just leave it. There's no way we can play it. It's way too risky. I'm guessing another Galactus deck. We should have honestly played it. I think it's probably best if we just Dracula and they Nova. Definitely looking like last turn Galactus and Arnhem. This is actually not working whatsoever. I'm guessing they're gonna Galactus here. Maybe if we Iron Man and we get Cerebro and Mystique, we can actually win. This is actually a really cool variant. The other guy that played Galactus also had this exact variant as well.
I am Iron Man.
So I'm kind of curious. And we don't get a Cerebro. I mean, if we got a Cerebro plus Mystique, that combo might have won this. How much would that be? Yeah, we would have done so well with 2 Cerebros. Let's retreat. There's no way we're winning this. I thought we had a chance of top decking Cerebro. We're still at it. We get Cerebro top deck. Still at it. We get Cerebro in our starting hand. And we can't play Angela. So let's just skip this turn. They do Mojo. That's not a problem for us. And I want to play Cerebro. It's probably our only play, honestly. So let's just do Cerebro. And that's fine. Completely fine with that. Adam Warlock plus Angela. I don't want to do Angela just yet. So let's just do Adam Warlock. The rocks are actually not that bad for us. We can probably fill up this entire side with rocks and the left side as well. We didn't get Mystique, so we're only getting 8 power per each location, which is going to be easily overpowered, honestly. But I think Hobgoblin might be able to take a good chunk out of Necrotia, and we might win with less negative power. And our Adam Warlock gets a Sunspot. We do also pull a rock as well. Let's just do Hobgoblin, right? I think that should make them have to play some power in Necrotia. Next turn, I want to play Angela and a rock, because in order to play Sunspot, we have to make sure we have exactly 0 energy, and they retreated. I am honestly not taking that as a win. So we're gonna go into the next game. I honestly wanted to win through actual power through Cerebro and Mystique, not through a retreat. And I think we're gonna call it there. We got one win through a retreat. We didn't actually get the win, but this deck was so frustrating to use. Locations and any other sort of debuff really screw you over. And you can barely get any power if you don't get a Cerebro and Mystique. I didn't get the Cerebro Mystique combo at all during the time I was playing, and when I wanted to use the Arnhem Zola, our Cerebro got moved because of the Asteroid M location. I think if there wasn't the Asteroid M location, we would have filled up middle lane and we could have won through Arnhem Cerebro. But yeah, overall this was a pretty frustrating deck to use. I would not recommend it. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.